What's going on, Schmidt heads? Welcome back to another week of Undercover Picks. I'm your host, Jojo Suave. Let's get to it. The regular season's over. We did pretty good in the regular season. Our worst year, but still picked 52%. We got 140 wins against the spread. That's my worst year, and I spent more time than ever trying to pick these games, at least 8 hours a week looking into these games, and that's a strategy I will not be doing next year, and I'm actually glad because I was drained every week. This was my least enjoyable year picking against the spreads, so I'm going to go back to what I'm good at, looking at the games every day, see if I still feel the same about it. And then next year I'll be posting my videos probably on Friday or Saturday. And then I'll be feeling really good about my picks. My best year against the spread is 163 wins. And the year I got that right, I did not take a single note. I looked into all the games, looked at numbers, what they've been scoring, their matchups recently, but I did not take any notes. So nothing was fossilized in my picking. I feel like once I write the notes down, like, oh man, I spent a lot of time writing those notes. If I change my pick, I wasted all that time. So that was definitely affecting me this year, I think. We really did bad during the holidays. Thanksgiving we sucked, and Christmas Day we sucked. But then we still brought those weeks back and recovered great. So yeah, I'm already excited for next year because I'm going to be picking these games, and I'm not going to be taking a whole day or 2 days to decide what I'm going to pick. I'm going to be able to pick while I just have some free time to think, and that's when I do my best. And as you see right now, I'm in my work gear. Second week in a row, I'm coming straight from work to shoot these videos. I guess that's when I'm most motivated. I never want to put these clothes on again. I don't want to go back there. So let's win some bets. Let's hit a lottery ticket parlay. Since it's the wild card weekend, I'm not saying super wild because that still sounds so stupid, super wild card. It's the wild card weekend. We got 2 teams on a bye. Those teams will be the Broncos from the AFC. They will not be playing this week. We'll see them next week. And who is it in the NFC? Why am I drawing a blank? Is it the Seahawks? Yeah, the Seahawks. So, we only got 6 games this week, and before I get to these picks, let me ramble just a little bit more. I found out in my Pick'em League I'm in that they are extending it to the Super Bowl. So I'm down 6 picks in my Pick'em League. And just to think, if I was having my best week of the year, 163 wins, I'd be up a crap ton. I'd be living comfortably in the playoffs right now. But, life's not easy. Everything's got to be challenging when it comes to competition, I guess. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's get to these games. I'm feeling pretty good about this week. I usually do really good in the playoffs. I hope I can keep that going. We're on a 10-3 money pick run. I got 2 money picks for you, and I will be betting more money. I'll get to that, though. But only 2 official money picks this week. They're my 2 locks. I feel really good about it. I'm throwing money on those games separately. All right. First game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Carolina Panthers. The Panthers have a losing record, and they are a higher seed than the Rams with one of the better records in the league this year. I'm gonna have to go the Rams to win and to cover the 10.5 away. That's a lot of points, and the Panthers ended up beating the Rams, so I feel like the general idea what a lot of people are thinking excuse me, is oh yeah, the Rams are going to win, but the Panthers, they beat them last time, so they'll at least keep it close when they lose. No, that's not going to happen. I think the Rams are just going to run over them, Should be an easy cover. Might be a sweat, you know. They might be leading by like 16 some point in the fourth. But I think they should cover the spread minus 10.5. Now, FanDuel is giving away. I got me a no sweat bet token on FanDuel, so I will be throwing $5 on the Rams. No sweat dollars. So if they lose this, I get my money back. But I'm confident enough where this is the game I want to use that no sweat token on. And then if I lose, I got another game I'm going to throw that 5 on. If I win, I still got another game I'm going to throw a 5 on. But that game won't be an official pick. Keep that in mind. So I'm going Rams. I think they're going to run over the Panthers. Panthers offense has been slowing down again. I think the Rams, they're ready. They're playoff ready. Panthers are not playoff ready. Bryce Young, is he going to throw for over 200 yards again? I think he did last week. He did the week against the Rams. I don't think this is a consistent thing we're going to see out of Bryce Young. They made it. This might be the year where it's like, all right, the Panthers are going to win the division consecutive years and such. The Bucks might be on their decline. And I don't see the Falcons. The Falcons they got a good roster, but, you know, who knows? So I do think, the Rams got this easy, 10.5. I don't know if I bet the over or the under. Well, I'll get to that later. All right, next game. We got the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Bears are minus 1.5. This game's a coin flip to me, but I gotta go with the Bears. The Packers, like all year, I've never in my head was I like, oh shit, watch out for the Packers. I've thought that about the Bears. I've been like, oh damn, you gotta look out for the Bears. Not like they're fucking unstoppable, but they keep winning. They come back. They win coming back from behind. They could be down a possession or two. They win dominating. They win while the game's close the whole time. But 11-6, so they've lost a couple the past 5 weeks. That's all good though. Something tells me the Packers are just this isn't the time where they start looking like world beaters. Now, they put up a lot of points all year. I'll give them that. But I don't know. I just really like the momentum in the Bears' favor right now. Love, he's hot and cold, man. And he doesn't have a favorite target. And ever since Kraft got hurt, I really feel like it's a different guy every week. And, you know, that'd be a good thing if they weren't 9-7. If they were a 12-win team, then it'd be good that it was a different guy every week. But it's like you don't have a guy. You don't have a top guy. I feel like, it's a team sport, but you need a top guy. Who is it? Christian Watson, maybe? I don't know. He's just not. I don't hear his name every week. Packers could win this. They beat the Bears already. But I just think the Bears have a better team. They get turnovers a lot. They give up a lot of yards, but they get turnovers when it matters most because they're winning games. So those turnovers do matter. And Jordan Love, I think he's due to make a couple mistakes. He doesn't, like I said, he doesn't really have a go-to guy, I feel like. So that's going to cause a mistake or two. Just trying to find out who that guy is. I don't know. I just, overall, I like the Bears here. I feel like they're the more exciting team. And that's what we want, right? In the playoffs, excitement. We don't want no boring Packers team. The Panthers might be exciting because they're true underdogs. They don't even have a winning record. So, wow, wouldn't that be something? Which, mind you, wouldn't be a bad idea to throw like $1 on the Panthers. You could win a good amount of money. So, yeah, it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, let's go. Anyway, back to this game. I'm going the Bears to win and the Bears to cover at home. And they're going to move on. Packers, your year has been, you kind of got in the playoffs no, like, I don't know. Any team could come out of nowhere. Look at 2007. Next game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars are plus 1.5. They are underdogs at home against the Bills. Why? So that sketches me out a little bit. The Jags should be the underdogs here. No, they got 13 wins. The Bills got 12. So it's not based off the record, just based off of what I've been seeing all year. Jags are killing it on defense. Offense. They are putting up points every single week on offense. I said this more than once. Jacoby Myers, great asset to that team. They needed him. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he said. But that offense stepped it up since he joined the picture. And then the Bills, their offense, I've been saying it all year. I don't like the Bills' offense. You got Josh Allen, you got Cook, but does it? Who's Allen gonna throw to? Unless he plays like Superman this game, and Trevor Lawrence makes some dumb fucking mistakes. That's the only way I could see the Bills covering this game. Trevor Lawrence has to make dumb mistakes, have shitty off-target throws, and Josh Allen has to do his Superman shit where he's breaking off a 20-yard run, fucking shouldering a defensive player. But I don't know. I've seen this Jags team make mistakes and still win games this year. That's, I think, what I like about him. Trevor Lawrence really looks like he has confidence in his receivers. His receivers look like they have confidence in him. Based off of what I've seen from the Bills, I don't want to see them advance. They're a boring team. I mean, unless the only reason why the Bills would make it is because you're rooting for Josh Allen. If it wasn't for Allen, nobody fucking likes the Bills. So, let's go Jaguars. Plus 1.5. Trevor Lawrence, this is your year, man. This is going to be a year where we see a lot of new young faces next week in the playoffs, I believe. We'll have Stafford. I mean, we could get young, though. It could be like, this is, I don't know. But yeah, I should have seen that coming. That's definitely where this year was leading to teams with great records in the playoffs and new, young, and up-and-coming players. They need to start, because all these guys are retiring, they need to start marketing new players, right? That's what the NFL needs to do. We're not going to see Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford Super Bowl. That'd be awesome for me, but all the new fans you need to get, they're not going to buy a jersey from guys that are going to retire in a year. All right, anyway, enough of that conspiracy. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, before I get to that, the Jaguars are going to be the other team I throw $5 on. So that no sweat bet is going to the Rams. Rams lose, I throw Rams lose or win. I throw $5 on the Jags. No sweat bets, baby. That's where it's at. Or maybe if the Rams win, I won't. We'll see. Stay tuned to my shorts. I'll keep you updated if I change anything. Next game, we got the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are minus 4.5 at home. I'm going to have to go... this is a toss-up for me. It really is. But I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers plus 4.5, and here's why. I actually think they win and they cover. Eagles. It's going to be interesting. Whether they win or lose, I'm interested to see how they look this week. That's going to determine if they win, if I pick them going forward. All year I've kind of been saying, like, the Eagles, they just waiting to get into the playoffs. They got nothing to worry about. Now they're here at the playoffs. You can't lose anymore. Let's see how they play. Let's see how they look. Now, me personally, I don't really think that's a great strategy. I'm not a fan of resting players a week before playoffs because you already got your spot locked in, because then they come out looking a little flat-footed. You know, I like to keep the guys warm. So I also don't agree with just kind of playing all nonchalant and lackadaisical during the regular season, just barely getting the wins, whatever. Let's just get to the playoffs. We're defending Super Bowl champs. We're just trying to win 2 in a row. That's the vibe I'm getting anyway from this Eagles team. And then it's all that stupid drama. That's just noise. It really was just noise this year. But they just, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Niners. I feel like I'm supposed to think, oh, they're banged up, they're hurt. They've been hurt all year, and their defense has been getting shitted on all year. Like, people are saying, oh, they're such a shitty defense. Like, the games I watch, their defense looks pretty good with all the injuries. Now, it probably looks a lot better when everybody's healthy, but they're still winning games. They're still 12-5 with all these injuries. So I think, playing a season like that all year where they been injured all year, their injuries come in waves. I don't think them being a little banged up for the playoffs, Super Bowl, whatever, is going to affect the way they play. Of course, they'd probably be better if everybody was healthy, but I think everybody's comfortable where they're at. They've played enough. I don't got to worry about any stupid rookie mistakes on the defense. Like, oh, fuck, that's why that guy's on the bench. But I got to worry about the Eagles' defense. The Eagles' defense has been nasty all year. And we've seen Purdy make mistakes. So, that's why this game's a toss-up for me. I'm staying away from it money-wise. But based off of what I've seen all year, I can't count on the Eagles' offense to come out and just light it up. Even though this is a banged-up Niners D, they're going to be playing tough. They got good coaches. They'll have good schemes. I like the Niners coaching staff as well. Yeah, Sirianni, he won a Super Bowl. That's why he has a job, apparently. From what I see from Eagles fans and shit, they wanted that guy gone. So am I in love with that coaching staff? I don't know. Let's go Niners. Winning to cover. Next 2 games are going to be my official money picks. Sunday at 8 o'clock. We got the Los Angeles Chargers at the New England Patriots. Patriots are minus 3.5. I've only gotten 4 Patriots games wrong this year. The first week I was biased and picked the Pats to cover against the Raiders because, I was like, it's the first week, let me just pick my team so I don't have to think about it. Even though I wasn't feeling good, but I didn't want to think about it. I kind of had a feeling the Raiders were going to cover. I would have picked the Raiders, but I didn't, so we're counting that as a loss. 4 losses against the spread when picking New England games. I am, as you can see, a former diehard New England Patriots fan. I used to let these games affect my day and stuff like that. I didn't go to school the next day when they lost the 2007 Super Bowl. I didn't want to see or face anybody, and I didn't lose shit. All right, I can go back, look at the old me, and tell him, like, you were a borderline bitch. Like, it's a fucking game that you have no control over. So Ravens fans getting mad at that Loop missing his field goal. It's, and other fans going crazy, breaking their TVs, whatever. It's meaningless. It's meaningless in your life. All right? That's it. All right? If anything, I can understand, like, oh, well, I fucking wasted 3 hours of my life just to watch my team lose. That's a feeling I could sympathize with, but just don't fucking watch the game. I've watched the Pats lose the past couple of years. I haven't gave a shit. Once Brady retired, I was like, what am I really about to just start yeah, rah rah for these kids that are 10 plus years younger than me. Nah, man. And having their shirt on, like wearing their jersey, their clothes, somebody else's name on my back. Like when I think about the whole big picture, I, I really look at like a diehard sports fan as like, come on, man, get a grip of yourself. Like get a, you know, get a grip. Anyway, end of that little story. Let's get to this exciting game. I haven't ever since I haven't been biased. I've been killing it with these Pats games. And it's because I've watched them all these years, so I do know. But now that bad feeling of oh man, they're really gonna. That's a good feeling of oh man, they ain't gonna beat the Bills. I picked the Bills to cover a few weeks ago. They were up 21-0. I was feeling like a little bit of an idiot until the Bills scored 14 to whatever. I was like, all right, they should come back and cover, and they did. That's just one example. So the Patriots, I think, are gonna blow the Chargers out of the water. Let's just get to the game. Let's get this video over with. The Patriots are gonna blow them out of the water. They should. That's what I've been seeing all year. The Chargers haven't looked good. I never liked their offense. The Patriots defense has been looking a little like they got a little bit of holes here and there, like it can exploit some things. I guess you gotta worry about Keenan Allen's experience. Plenty of playoff games. Third down machine. He's going to get some clutch grabs, I think. But, yeah, I mean, I don't. I guess the Patriots could just come out flat. They're going to have to really shoot themselves in the foot, I feel like. Like, if the Patriots don't cover this, it's going to be because they shot themselves in the foot. Drake May threw like 3 picks. There was a fumble or two. Like, you know, you break off a 25-yard run and somebody comes, smacks it out. Like, I don't know, just some big momentum shifting turnovers. But I feel like those chances are slim. This whole year has been really hyping up Drake May. I think he's going to win the MVP if he hasn't already. It's going to be him or Stafford, obviously, but May's just done more with his legs. And you can say, oh, Stafford doesn't run. Well, that's what quarterbacks do now. They fucking run. So if you could throw it, like, I mean, sling it the way May slings it, his completion percentage is off the charts. His downfield throws percentage is off the charts. Like, this guy's got an arm and he's got legs. Like, so he's ran a bunch of Stafford's thrown more touchdowns, but May's also running a bunch of touchdowns. So put all the touchdowns together, it's pretty even. Herbert, you know, he's the man. I ain't got nothing against him, but he's got that broken hand. Chargers have plenty of excuses to lose this game. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Herbert's supposed to be one of the guys that the NFL is supposed to hype up, but he might be no more than a Rivers, you know? That seems to be a Chargers quarterback type of thing. Good quarterback, really good. I wonder what it would have been like if he was on another team. What it would have been like. Wonder what it would have. Huh. So yeah, I'm putting my money on the Patriots to win in the cover. And that's that. Not because I'm a fan. I won't be rooting for them. I've just been killing it picking Pats games all year. And I've known since last year that they were going to be a good team. I didn't think this good, but I knew they were going to be good to make the playoffs because they were hyping Drake May up. I say this all the time. They could have lost by 30 points. Patriots get blown out by 30, another crushing loss. But damn, another week where Drake May just looked incredible. And I've never seen that in my life. Quarterbacks losing by that much, but and losing that consistently, but people still being like, he is the fucking man. Nobody does that with quarterbacks that lose all the time on the Saints, the Jets, and they'll look shitty. But like the Saints quarterbacks, for example, they look pretty good. Rattler, Shug, but nobody's talking about like he is a franchise guy. Saints need to stick with him next year. That's what May was getting last year, so I had a feeling this was coming. And they do all that just for him to make a first playoff game and lose? I doubt it. They're going to win this game. It should be easy. This should be the easiest pick all week, but we'll see. Next game, we got the Houston Texans at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are plus 3.5. I'm going to have the Steelers to win in the cover. I got nothing but a gut feeling, but a good gut feeling. So I'm going to throw $5 on this as well. This is a money pick. The Pats minus 3.5 and the Steelers plus 3.5. Those are my 2 official money picks of the week. So, Houston's defense is nasty, but I think their offense sucks. And I think Steelers are capable of containing. Steelers don't have the best defense, but they can definitely hold Houston's offense, I think. And they've been playing. They looked pretty good last week against the Ravens. If you get rid of those big hopefully they don't leave a man fucking wide open 20 yards. But yeah, we'll go with Aaron Rodgers over CJ Stroud. Aaron Rodgers finally in the playoffs. How long has it been since he's been in the playoffs? I'm sure he's excited. And it's for this organization. I think he really likes being a Steeler. I think we're going to see Rodgers play out of his mind. This is the playoffs, baby, so he ain't going to hold nothing back. This is where you got to beat your body up. This defense on the Texans, though, really good. One of the best defenses in the league. I like Seattle's defense better, though. Texans, I've seen them give up points, especially towards the end of the year. They've been giving up. The beginning of the year, they weren't giving up more than like 13, 14 points. They've been giving up more than 13, 14 points as of recently. And I think they could do that again, even against the Steelers' offense. And now this offense, they had an offense last week without Metcalf. I knew it was going to happen. I picked the Steelers. But I'm just saying, one thing I learned picking all these games, don't ever pick a game. I don't care if it's the star player that's out. You don't ever pick because somebody's injured. Fuck the injuries. You can't pick that way. And the spread is always going to adjust to what the injury is anyway. Unless the spread doesn't change and you find out later in the week someone got injured. Maybe. Because the spread didn't change. But, this defensive. That's why I'm not worried about the Niners being injured. That shit doesn't matter. I found out in the past 3 or 4 years picking these games. Somebody could be. Their main player being injured doesn't mean squat shit. This doesn't give it a high percentage chance that the other team's going to cover because the good guy is hurt. You know what I mean? So, that's just how it is. So, we're going to go Steelers to win in the cover here. And then we'll get Aaron Rodgers. We'll get the Pats and the Jags. I think that's an exciting matchup. The Pats versus the Jags. That's a good matchup. Don't know who's going to win that one. I'll probably just pick the Pats because, honestly, I bet $5 on them to win the Super Bowl in the beginning of the year. And that ticket will cash out at over $400. Now, if I bet $5 on the Pats, I'm not winning more than 50. So, I kind of, I'll win money. And that's another thing, too, now. I ain't watching sports. Like I said, I used to be a diehard fan. Going back to that, I'm not watching sports unless I have money on the line. And that's that. If there's nothing in it for me, like there was all those years I was a diehard fan watching on my couch with nothing to win, nothing to lose, but my time and my integrity, it feels so much better going, fuck, because I lost a bet than because I'm just mad another team that doesn't even fucking know me personally lost a game that I had nothing to do with. You could say, oh, I'll have a little fun, man. I do. I have fun, not vicariously through others playing a fucking football game. And that's all my picks for this week. 10-3 money pick run. So we're doing great with the money picks to end the year. 32 wins, 26 losses, picking straight up on my straight ATS bets. That's 55%. That's good. That's good. If you started your thing off with $100,000, what was I trying to say? And you would have won like 30 grand. You would have won 30 grand if you listened to my straight bets. But if you had 100 grand, I don't have 100 grand. I'm just saying, like real serious gamblers. I don't know how much you normally win, but 30 grand, 30% profit just watching football games. That's fucking baller. And it could be more now. We still got the playoffs, so that's just the regular season. And the regular season, we ended with 30% profit. I'll get a little personal. I started off with 500, and I only won $150 this year. So now I'm at $750, but that's 30% profit. So every $50 is 10%. Right? Yeah. All right. When you start with 500, if you start with 100,000, if you start with 1,000, I'm betting kid money right now. I'm aware. I ain't making a living off this shit, not yet. I don't know if ever, because stressing about this shit, like, if this was a living, I'd be stressing about these games, and I think it would be affecting my mood throughout the days. Alright, anyway. Sorry for talking so long. These videos could always go so fast. If you stuck around this long, you are a true Schmidt head. Don't forget to click, like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share with friends and family. We're at 78 subscribers. I would love to get to 100 before the end of the year, whether that's the Super Bowl week or right after I would love to get to 100 subscribers before the Super Bowl. That's 22 more subscribers. Please help me out. I would appreciate it. Peace.